taking off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Dr. Chad on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator, hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's day trading live stream. Today is the last trading day of May 30th, Friday. Man, that song just gets me fired up in the morning. I don't know about you guys. I like it. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of my work. S&P down 18, NASDAQ down 40, Russell down 13, Dow down 97. Gold is down a little over 0.5%. Silver down a little less than 0.5%. Notes and bonds and yields pretty flat. 10-year yields down about 0.25%. Oil pretty flat. Natural gas pretty flat as well, up a little bit. Soybeans, wheat, and corn all plus or minus a little bit. Soybeans down 0.5% is the biggest move. Euro and the pound a little bit red, and Bitcoin pretty flat. So things pretty flat this morning. Did the Costco earnings trade. Was looking for a bullish move. Costco made a quick move to the upside and then is down a little bit, down about 0.5% from yesterday's close. So would need a pretty good sized bounce in Costco. Also need a little bounce in NVIDIA for the remaining contracts I have on that earnings fly. I think my remaining ones are pretty close to break even right now. So today I posted in the positions and updates, I'm going to do a 1 DTE, or in this case, Monday options, 3 DTE with the VIX where it's at, and also a 6-7 put calendar, both of which I will be closing probably within the last hour of the day in anticipation of a potential move from the last day of the month action. I will also be doing my BICs and price action iron condors, but again, just kind of closing those early for the end of the potential end of day action. And try to get some day trades in. Biggest movers on the stock board. Ulta had earnings. It's up 11%. CoreWeave up 3. PLTR's up 1. Netflix up 1. IONQ is down 6. Tesla's down 1. Yeah, we had Core PCE pre-market. Let's see, 9 a.m. Well, yeah, 8:45 is Chicago PMI. That's nothing. 9 a.m. revised University of Michigan consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. Neither of those should really do much either, but we'll see if the market gives us a little gyration at that point. S&P flushed through yesterday's lows pre-market here, and then with the core PCE data, and then they've been kind of pushing up here into the opening bell in about 30 seconds. For anyone interested, Option Omega just came out of beta with their automation launch. So that is live for anyone and everyone who's interested. And it also connects with Schwab now too. So Trader, Schwab, Tasty. It's ready to go. All right, expected move in SPX for the day looks like 41.7. Just a little bit less than yesterday, which is 42.3. NDX 153.3. Which is a little bit less than yesterday. Yesterday was 190 points. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and launch my 6-7. You know what? I forgot to. I usually price that out a little bit. Filled it a little under. Yeah, 695. Okay. All right. So just posted my 6-7 in the calendar channel. S&P and NASDAQ first move a little bit down. My 1 DTE will be firing here shortly. Yeah, I'm still doing one. I'm not sure if you joined late, Lychee, but I mentioned I'm doing one. I'm just going to close it a little bit early before the last day of the month action at the end of the day. Hopefully before that kicks in. All right, 1 DTE should be getting ready to fire. All right, 1 DTE posted. So, of the big boys, Microsoft and Netflix are the only slightly green. Everybody else is in the red. Chip stocks. Let's see. All the chip stocks on my board are in the red. PLTR is pushing up. It's up 2%. Ulta extending its gains. It's up 13% now. The options in Ulta are super wide, though. Over $2 wide at the money. So really, Netflix and PLTR are the strongest of the ones that I trade. Actually, what I what I'll plan to do with my 1DTE is transform it. So if I can get to usually around 15 to 20% profit, gives me a good profit to transform and remove the risk, and then that would also set me up for potential benefiting from a big move if we get one at the end of the day. Indices coming down on our second bar. Tesla staying below yesterday's lows. Nvidia down to yesterday's lows. Costco bounced a little bit, but from our butterfly perspective, it needs a much bigger bounce. Oh wow, actually it's actually in the money. Wow. It's actually a little green. Not as big of a bounce as I thought. Okay. So if Costco can get up to about 1030, about 10 points higher, I would close at least one. Depending on what the action looked like, I may close both, but we'll see. Okay, Costco's looking a little bouncy. I like it. I'm going to go ahead and put in an order to close one of my Costco's at let's go with around $7 should be about that area. So I'm going to put in order to close one of my two Costco's at $7. Yeah, it's moving. It's under the tent now. Okay. Still seeing some downside. Got a little over 2 minutes left on this bar. Let me know if you guys see any volume runners. Looks like SMCI has one to the downside. That is the only one I see. Wow, my Costco hit at $7. Okay. Take it. Okay, so SMCI is bouncing a little bit. Trading the 7 DTE. Well, I'll wait for this bar to close. I'll be trading I'm going to trade the 39 puts in SMCI if I get in. SMH, the semiconductor ETF, also has a big volume bar. I'm going to set a limit order, 39 puts in SMCI, 7 DTE. I'm going to set it at $1.15. See if I can get if price can bounce up a little bit and fill me. It's trying. Filled. All right, now we need a little bit more downside. S&P, NASDAQ, little pause or little bounce here. I'm on the 39 put. Filled at $1.15. Now 7 DTE. Starting to see it come down. Put my first profit target at $1.24. If it can push through lows, should hit it. It's almost down to lows. One more little push. Filled at $1.24. Now we got Tesla trying to bounce. Everything else still coming down. So while the market is still kind of moving down and everything else, Tesla's starting to bounce. Oh, sorry, Ken. Thank you. Good morning, Ken. Good morning. Wow, Costco's up 3% now. Beautiful. Right? Almost smack dab in the middle of the fly. Getting some more decent volume in SMCI. I'm just going to put an order in at $1.37 to close some more if it makes another push. Microsoft trying to stay green. On my end of month Rick, yeah, I don't have it fully automated because it's just a once a month trade. I have a bot and I just manually fire it. Chips are getting weaker and weaker. All the chips. Big volume in SMH coming down. Big drops in, well, all of them. AVGO, MU, AMD, TSM, ARM, SMCI, NVIDIA.
Order filled. Order filled.
NASDAQ pushing down to yesterday's lows. Russell is below yesterday's lows. Need one more push down in SMCI to hit another profit. Tesla showing a little relative strength here. I mean, it's still red on the day, but when the S&P and NASDAQ were still moving down, Tesla led that bounce. Everything looks like it's kind of getting a bounce now. Even the chips. PLTR had a nice push above pre-market highs and then pulled back right to it, and it's starting to bounce. Could look at PLTR for an upside runner. It's one of the strongest stocks on the board as well. It's been consolidating under all-time highs for the last couple weeks. See if PLTR, see if the market comes back down like it's acting like. I'm watching PLTR here for potential entry. I would trade the 127 calls in PLTR. Seven DTE. Bitcoin bouncing. Bitcoin's in the green. I'm gonna go ahead and get in PLTR here. 127 calls. Filled at 286. So that pre-market high. Or let me bring this over here. So this pre-market high is kind of where it's come down to. So I don't want to let it go too much below that. And then here's SMCI. I need a little bit of a push down to hit my next profit target. Some of the other chips are bouncing, but SMCI really isn't, so that's good. It's a good sign. Tesla popped up to try to go green and got shut down. All right, S&P and NASDAQ staying a little bit weak. PLTR is holding. Need SMCI another flush. Apple, Amazon, Google all below yesterday's lows. Got my order to close some more SMCI at $1.37. It's currently at $1.35. $1.37 filled. So I've got a runner left on SMCI. Let's see, I've got 7 contracts left. Need PLTR to hold here. It's holding relatively well compared to the market coming down. I'll put another profit target at SMCI at $1.50 to close 4 of my remaining 7. If it wants to keep coming. Alright, so PLTR I gotta watch here. If this market gets down and dirty, it's most likely gonna pull everything with it, but let's see if PLTR can bounce. Hold and bounce. Hold and bounce. It's a nice volume runner in SMCI. Yeah, Tesla, it started to show that relative strength, but I mean, this market, look how weak the market is, you know, it's hard to hold against that, but it's still holding up pretty well. All right, PLTR, we got 2 minutes left on this bar. Let's see if we can get a bounce here shortly, otherwise I'm going to have to cut it. I'm going to shed some more of this SMCI. 4 of 7. Filled at $1.38, so I've just got a few left now. Just didn't want it to bounce and take away a bunch. All right, PLTR. Okay, so now we got the S&P kind of bouncing. NASDAQ bouncing a little bit. PLTR is not. So I'm going to give it another minute. If it doesn't show me something, she gone. Tesla, a little dip, getting bought up quickly. Seeing a lot of little bouncing action. Google's kind of got a little mighty 90 working. Okay, so PLTR starting to bounce. Let's see if we can get some follow through here on this bounce. The banks are all kind of weak. Hood tried to go green in the first 5 minutes. It's back down. All right, so we got a little bounce. S&P's bounce is kind of holding. PLTR bounced, but it's kind of coming back down along with some of these other chip stocks. If PLTR goes back below that previous bar, I'm just gonna cut it. I'm not gonna wait for the bar to close or anything. SMCI new lows. All right, I'm out. Closing PLTR. Dang, trying to get out. It was a quick move. Ugh. Well, the quick move took away more than I wanted. Filled at 239 to get out of PLTR. Did not like that exit. Django, for the OO announcement, they are out of beta, so they are live for automation. And Schwab is on. They've got everything onboarded with Schwab too. So Schwab, Taste Your Tradier, everything's live. So the S&P is kind of holding its bounce, but some of these others are not. Meta's got a nice bounce going. Goog has a nice bounce, a little bit of a continuation there. Yeah, that's kind of the picture of all the chip stocks, is what very similar to what NVIDIA looks like. They all kind of look that way, including SMH, the ETF. Yep. Yeah, you can simply take a back test, click Create Automation, and boom, you've got a bot that'll automate everything that you have included in the test. Moel, I posted, I closed one of them at $7, and I've got one more that is nice and centered that I'm just letting cook for now. All right, S&P is starting to bounce. I'm gonna go ahead and just shed my SMCI here. Kind of had a little mighty 90 volume spike. I mean, they're staying weak, but at some point these things are going to bounce. So I'm just going to close the rest of my SMCI. Filled at $1.45. You got them for $10? Nice. So let's see, currently looks like it's trading for, yeah, right around $10. I mean, it's right in the center, right? It's right at our 1040 strike, so depending on how many contracts you did, I would at least shed some, because any move is going to decrease profits on that. These obviously expire today, though, so that decay is going to happen as long as it stays within that tent. But quick move could take away those profits pretty quick as well. Yeah, same discount for Navigation Trading members as for the backtester. Same deal. All right, S&P and NASDAQ both bouncing. Microsoft going green. Meta big bounce. Meta showing some relative strength here in the last few bars. Joe Rod, I would reach out to Matt. Just tag Matt, either in the back testing channel here or in their Discord, or DM him. He'll be able to verify for you. Nice bounce in AVGO. All the chips starting to bounce. Good exit on SMCI, it looks like, for now. Yeah, don't tag him here in this chat, unless he happens to be on here, which I don't think he is. Yeah, nice little bounce coming in. Banks bouncing. MSTR is trying to go green. Let's see. Bitcoin tried to bounce, but MSTR is really bouncing. MSTR is going to have a volume bar. I'm going to put this up here and still be able to see Bitcoin here. It's right at unchanged. Coin also a big bounce. MSTR, I'm looking at the 380 calls. Kind of paused, trying to go green here. Coinbase bounced and then it's pulling back a little bit. Hood had a nice 90-90. If I get into MSTR here, I'm using the yesterday's close, which is also the pre-market high, is kind of my line. Hopefully it's not going to take off without me. I'm going to go ahead and put in my order at 790. 380 calls. So it's going to have to pull back a little bit to get me in. If it just takes off, I'll miss it. Oh, look at Matt from OO just jumping in the chat like a boss. Since this is the live stream chat, I wasn't sure if he would have to be in here to see it or not, but good. Well, MSTR may take off without us. I'll give it a minute to see if it wants to pull back and fill me. It's acting way stronger than Bitcoin. Bitcoin's just kind of barely bouncing. S&P and NASDAQ bouncing. Wow, PLTR, big bounce. Meta, big bounce. Microsoft, big bounce. I closed 3 of my 5 yesterday on NVIDIA, but these last 2 are not looking so hot. Need to bounce back above like 141, which is a ways away now. MSTR, we need a little dip and rip. Dip and get us filled and then rip. Man, I didn't see that hood Mighty 90. That was a nice one. Beautiful. That's textbook right there. Big flush. Nice volume spike. Higher than all of them except for the first. Flush through a key level. Yesterday's low. Google had a nice one as well, but it had kind of already bounced on that by the end of that little volume spike. My 1 DTE, or my 3 DTE, I guess, it's up 10% already. My 6-7 put calendar's up 5%. So getting some good Friday decay. Filled on MSTR at 790. All right, there's the dip. Now we need the rip. Bitcoin's pushing up. Coin is starting to push up. Tesla's almost back up to highs of day. All right, so I want MSTR to hold here. S&P and NASDAQ almost back up to highs.
Order partially filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Bitcoin kind of rolled over. Yeah. Coin's not, or MSTR is not holding. Give it a little room here. Bitcoin staying green. MSTR not staying green. Meta, really nice bounce up to, I'm trying to go green. All right, Bitcoin coming down, coin coming down, MSTR got about a little over 2 minutes left on this bar here. You're going to give it another minute, but I need to see something. Tesla going green. Watson, you still in Tesla? S&P and NASDAQ through highs. Well, MSTR gave us the dip without the rip so far. I mean, for an upside volume runner, technically you can use the bottom of that bar as your line in the sand, but based on the size that I did, I was using that higher level, so it's going to need to bounce, otherwise it's getting cut for me. JP Morgan's getting strong. All the banks are bouncing. Meta is acting like it really wants to go somewhere. All right, 15 seconds. All right, I'm getting out of MSTR. Filled at 675. Man, quite a reversal. Quite a reversal. So we had a loser PLTR, loser MSTR, and a winner in SMCI. Probably wrap the stream up here in a minute. Let me see if there's anything else that really... I mean, Tesla and Meta are looking strong. Big bounces in most of the chips here. Oh my gosh, look at PLTR. Well, that's one of those flush me out and then move. Make my move. Wowzers. PLTR is up 5% now. Netflix has been coming down through all this bounce. All right, I'm going to wrap up the stream. I don't see anything else I'm going to get into right now. I'm going to keep my eye on things. Might get into something here a little bit later. Market's acting like it. It made that big flush for the core PCE. Then it started acting weak at the beginning, and then just a big rebound. Looks like it wants to stay strong, but it is the last day of the month. Could see some whippy action, and then obviously the end of the day stuff with the MOC, so we'll see what happens. All right, all. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in Power Hour. Cheers.